major upset and build a legacy. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the 16th ranked team, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the Conference Championship Trophy. Here we're turning from inside the 10-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So Hawaii's offense is up first today. And here he comes, the quarterback. All eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity. And that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid game for a first down. It's a 1st and 10 play. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Touchdown, Hawaii. No chance to catch him. Here's the point after it's out. It's 7-0 open score. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the kickoff will be returned. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Louisville's offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
The Cardinals pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
Man, I love the toughness from this offense here on 3rd down and short. Being able to get behind a big physical offensive line, they get a hat on a hat, get enough of a push, and the back is able to get behind there and find just enough real estate to pick up the first down.
And the Cardinals come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Snags the quick throw. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Can he get there on the ground? Jukes past the defender. He's in the clear. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Third down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
The Cardinals pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Quarterback drops back. Makes a quick grab. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. And the Cardinals will come to the line to run the hurry up. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaking tackles.
The carry goes to a wide receiver. Tackle is made at the 17-yard line.
This will be the 9th play on the drive.
Let's go.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. Great possession. Punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Cut quickly. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Second down, we're going to throw it. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back. Looking to throw for it on third down. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Strong game by this quarterback. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Handoff from the shotgun. They can't slow him down. Brought to the turf, but made the first man miss on the way to the first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because he can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. Going to have to go back to the drawing board.
And he's tackled after the catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. The Cardinals will line up to boot it away. The offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll see what he can do with the return. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground here. It's a solid gain to pick up the first down on what will be likely the final play of this first quarter. But Hawaii has the lead here. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes a quick catch. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because...
And he scores. Touchdown, Hawaii. They're setting out to try the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if we give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And tackled after a small pickup there. And the Cardinals looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Third down, out of the shotgun. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. The Cardinals have 1st and 10 here.
Well, this is so deflating for this defense on 3rd and short. Good coverage downfield. They take away all the short routes, but the one guy that they don't account for is the quarterback and his legs. Picks up the first down by being athletic there and great awareness.
Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle.
Second down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's a quick grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. And the Cardinals keep the football on the move.
You call a quick out on 3rd down? I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's stopped, but he gets a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And they'll go right back to him on first down.
I really like to see the counter mixed in there with your base concepts to keep the defense honest. Now, they didn't burst a big run, but if you keep mixing it in as the game progresses, you might catch the defense over pursuing.
That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Picks up 1. It's third down.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. It'll be a 26-yard attempt, should be automatic. Right down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And it's complete downfield. That's an explosive gain. They've got him, but the gain all the way to the 28. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. First down, looking to throw the ball. The pocket break, and he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. This is the 6th play on the drive. He's back to throw again on 2nd down. And that catch is hauled in. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Now it's 3rd and short in the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Running out of time in the pocket. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. The extra point makes the lead 18 now. touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They'll bring him down just short of the 20.
Tackle is made at the 19. Brings up second down.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. We figured we might get a Mountain West championship that would have social media buzzing. And through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that is the case. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the Jets to burn these DBs on the default. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to begin the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A jet sweep here. Can the receiver get the edge? They'll tackle him at the 27.
On the carry. Gain of 9. Second down coming up.
Here's the second down play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Cardinals hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to tack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Can he make it to the marker? Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. No huddle here for the offense.
Second down.
They're going to run it, fighting off the defender. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Boy, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up in run support.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. Third down play here out of the shotgun. And the completion made. That moves the ball to the 35 and another first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Pass caught. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the sophomore making an impact play.
Just a great job of being aware by this defense. I thought that they'd run the football. This defense not fooled at all by the pass. They get pressure on the quarterback, and they bring him down.
So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. He was on the mark with his last kick, but this one is from 50 yards away. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Rainbows offense back on the field now. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. It's a shotgun run call. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Catch made, a lot of space now. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
This is what's so dangerous about this offense, Chris. They have the ability to put the ball in the air downfield and really stretch those safeties back. This time they hit it for...
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush to sack. The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. The shotgun handoff here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. The pass rush closing in. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. And they will trot out the field goal team here. And this one is right through. And they add to their lead. Set for the kickoff here after adding this big lead.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down after a short gain there.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Well, Kirk, Hawaii has the lead here. They got to be feeling pretty good about things as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's review how we got here. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Back in motion now. Looking to throw again. Trying to extend the play. He's found some room at the 45.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The Cardinals pick up enough for a first down. From the shotgun, drops back. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Fights off a defender. No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as he tried to cut into this lead. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the broken tackle there produces a solid game.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
And he's got it again. The Rainbow Warriors look to keep this drive moving.
Look, I realize on any play call when it's properly executed, they can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Second down play coming up for this offense. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. First down here, time for one more play before the clock stops with the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. And the Rainbow Warriors starting a new series here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback still with the football. Will he score here? Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option. He has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is just say your prayers.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Talk about a perfect ending to a regular season, becoming champions of the Mountain West. They've made their case now, and with a conference championship in tow, it's going to come down to what the committee decides to do if they'll get an invite to the college football playoff. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.